And we are live now. Hello everybody, Dark Phoenix Ninja 92 here, and welcome back to my Stellaris Devouring Swarm playthrough. And let's load up into my game as the Crises Swarm once again. Also, just to warn you, this is fairly close to lunchtime, so there's probably going to be a break for when I go to eat. Just to keep that in mind. And if you remember last time, we gained rather a lot of territory when the Ziltec Kingdom here declared war on us. And in response, we annexed over half their territory. After that war. But, of course, part of that ended up being due to the fact that they were colossally stupid and sent a fleet of warships into the Kelvin Maelstrom here, where it proceeded to get torn apart by this dimensional horror. So that certainly didn't do them any favors. And now we have quite a few. We have quite a few new empires sitting around here. Sorry, did I say new empires? I meant new planets. We have quite a few new planets. And they don't like the fact that we are eating them. For whatever reason, they don't like being eaten. I know, crazy how that works, isn't it? And right now I'm just going to double check and see if we have members of our population on all the worlds we've taken over. Let's see. We have one here and another growing. Same in the Araya system. I'm here. This planet, which I can't pronounce the name of, has a couple of our pops in it. Though I may give them another one of our pops, actually. This planet right here has a tiny number of their population, so that's nice, and they're growing another member of that population. We kept hold of Titus Store here because I want to keep Delta Colony under my control. It's a new world, and I'm developing it the way I want to, among other things. And right now, we have a titanic number of upgrades we can make across our empire. Including setting up some more mining stations. And we have detected a number of colonizable worlds off on this galactic arm. I'll be taking advantage of that, and avoiding that fucking ether drake that took out one of our science ships earlier on. But this this stream is probably going to be more rebuilding and getting things going than anything else, because we want to get our fleet back in fighting shape. I mean, we ended with a fairly large and pretty expansive fleet that we're currently upgrading to the latest designs, as well as researching increased naval capacity so that we can have an even bigger fleet, even though we can fit another 12 of that on there. And if possible, I also want to get all our spaceports up as high as we possibly can. Delta Colony is getting its spaceport online. That's going to prove useful because in the war with the Zeltec Kingdom, we had some problems with them by virtue of the fact that Delta Colony was the only one of our planets without a spaceport. And we also need to start giving our sector planets orders to change the names of their planets and get spaceports up and running. Speaking of which, I really wish there was an option to randomize the renaming of planets to things that I could actually pronounce, because that would make my life a little bit easier. But we're going to be both rebuilding our fleets and doing some work on our economy, so we're making more minerals and energy, and can therefore support going above our fleet cap if necessary. And I'm also going to resettle a member of our population onto one of the planets over here. Zelmirus, which is not going to remain its name, will get a chrysalid pop on its surface because they're the most populated of the planets. And in fact, if I'm not much mistaken, that may have been their capital world. It's entirely possible. But right now we'll be dealing with some potential unrest across multiple planets, and hoping they don't actually secede and rejoin these guys, because we want to keep these worlds. But for now, I'm going to start out with something nice and simple. Theta Colony is going to upgrade from this reassembled ship shelter to a proper administration building. And we are going to do a bunch of upgrades over here. And that's all my minerals. But oh well. We're also going to go into the ship designer. We've got everything on what we needed on over there. So I'm going to plonk ceramo metal armor on our corvettes. And our frigates basically get the same thing. Ceramo metal armor. $15, $10, $5, $0. The frigates also get point defense, because I would very much like to be able to blow up missiles our enemy shoots at us. And we'll put some armor on there. Can I? No, we don't quite have the power without an extra reactor on our ship. to be able to run the destroyers. We're eventually going to do another upgrade to our fleet, but that would be rather expensive right now. And that's not high on my priority list. Right now, our priorities are to upgrade and rebuild all the things. It's basically how I describe it. The spaceport of the Theta colony is done. With whatever it was doing, probably was building the spaceport.
Construction complete.
Swarm Cell Alpha.
Construction complete.
And Advancement Cell Spaceport was doing something. Oh right, they were all building solar panel networks. That's it.
System survey
And
complete.
we'll put another one on the Delta colony because more spaceports that are making me energy credits is a very good thing. And so I'm going to be expanding our navy quite a bit coming up. We have about 20 free naval capacity right now. And we have to wait till we have nearly 1,000 minerals to fully upgrade our fleet. I have to say though, I'm glad that these guys decided to be idiots and just throw their fleet at this Leviathan. It made my life a bit easier. Very much so, in fact. And they don't have their border closed to us. Is that because we have a truce? Is there some mechanic where you can't close your border if it's someone you have a truce with? That would certainly be interesting. I don't actually know if it's true or not, though. And let's see here. We want a mine right there for when this population grows up, which will be next month.
System survey complete.
Our pops are growing very fast right now, and I'm going to take advantage of that quite ruthlessly. First of all, we're going to do a bunch of building projects in the nearby systems. Someone has rivaled us. I don't care. The governor has died. Oh, watch me not give a crap. That place is just outside our territory. Let me see here. So we'll have you build those couple of things. Then move to that system, because I want a frontier outpost in Ramus. I am going to try and push the border back with our enemies a little bit. And this system has some nice resources, and it's right on the edge, so if their border expands at all, we will lose that system. And I don't want that happening.
Construction complete.
Spaceport of Delta Colony is done. With that, let me see here. Where should we upgrade the spaceport next? Well, next actually, I think we need to be building spaceports above the planets that are in sectors. Those two appear to have spaceports. Now we have two more I gotta check. Let's see here. The Arias system and the Ziltor system. Arias still needs a spaceport, but Ziltor is good as far as that's concerned. But the Delta colony over here, I'm going to start upgrading their spaceport. They're the closest one to my current location that I have control over. And we would like to do something about that. So yes, this this stream rather, may be a tad bit boring for the simple reason, and Delta Colony has finished up their surface construction and of my mining outpost. Yeah, it may be a touch boring for the simple reason that this episode is going to probably be mostly construction and building up. Chances are there won't be anything in the way of an actual war taking place during this one. I'll mostly be building and rebuilding. And it's about 9 years before most of their population is killed off. And as you see, we just lost control of that system, and therefore access to those resources. But this place is fully upgraded now. So we can begin doing stuff like this. Build us a power plant. Once we hit the beginning of next month, I think. And to those of you who are wondering, lost my train of thought there for a second. Let me see. I'm sure I'll find it again eventually, but I can't remember what I was trying to say there.
Research complete.
There's our research into Mining Network 2 done. And we can either get access to cruisers or get space torpedoes, I think are the best options. Cruisers will take a very long time, though. I'm going to grab space torpedoes. I like the idea of being able to stick torpedoes on my ships. Well, some of my ships.
Construction complete. Research complete.
Okay. The spaceport of Delta Colony has finished building, and it's now level 2. Synchronized defenses. Great. That will improve our ability to defend our borders against people who think trying to eat the galaxy is not a good thing. We'll grab up Physics Lab 1. Now I think, and a lot of our research is going to take time, and lots of it. And right now I'm just waiting for us to get to the next Unity thing, so I can get private colony ship and start colonizing everything in its grandmother using energy credits. As we certainly have an excess of those right now. And the Zeltec Kingdom is still busy making friends. Well, screw you guys too. That's 180 pops. We would need 18 defense armies there to be able to do that. Not even worth it. And 300 there. 30 defense armies. I don't think this planet could even support that many. And we will put you there. Some debris analyzed, great. Yeah, 16. And yes, pretty much all the planets we've recently taken have so much unrest, it's not even worth trying to suppress it with armies, because we would not really accomplish anything. Besides hemorrhaging funds from maintaining our armed forces across several planets. But we really want control of that system, because it's a border system. And I would like to be able to yoink it from them, just to piss off the Zeltecs, really. And this democratic kingdom is very annoying. The Helvan Hegemony. They have a defense pact with someone, and they are slaving despots. But they only have a defense pact with one person. And, in fact, they're pissy already. We'll just declare them a rival. They have more fleet power than us.
System survey complete.
I think we can deal with them. And I think we have a lot of places over there that can be upgraded. Same in the advancement cell, which I can also build a power plant on. Let's see. Delta Colony. you can do with an upgrade. Without a doubt. But the rest of our minerals I'm going to save up so that we can upgrade the combat swarm. And we need about 900 to pull that off. I know I said I would save. I'll mostly save. Let's put it that way. Now, we're running into a lot of planets over here that can be colonized. But I'm going to need more than a few frontier outposts. Because I want control of that territory as well. And we're going to need to be putting up quite a few sectors. These guys are going well. But I think we need to extend their survey mission a little bit, as they're about to finish it, and we can't have that. Go to over there, and then there. Good job. Doing some surveyifying. 576. For now, I'll just plonk them over on the energy. I am saving up for upgrading my fleet. And I should probably also save up for building up my fleet. And we're going to bump it up to fast for now because nothing much is actually happening.
Debris construction.
Right. I don't care. Has not been surveyed and is within someone else's borders. So they're gonna pull that crap on me, are they? Well, fine then. We'll build frontier outposts somewhere else. We'll start plunking down a few over here there to get some places under our control.
System survey complete.
Now keep on surveying. Keep on surveying. But I'm annoyed that we couldn't get control of that system fast enough. But oh well. Alrighty. And yes,
Construction complete.
not a whole lot in the way of interesting things going on right now. But we are eating our latest empire. After our first actual war that wasn't just me invading primitives. And I think once we get our navy large enough, these guys are going to be my next target. They're in the right location, and they have only one ally. Well, I say ally in air quotations. It's actually not an ally. It's just someone who agrees will help you fight your wars as long as you're defending yourself. Our fleet has now been upgraded. And we're almost at 1,000 fleet power. I'm usually not saying that. I'm not used to having to say that we're almost at 1,000. Because even though I play with this mod a lot... Alright. Random cow. Songs by the Fat Rat. No, I haven't heard of that, I'm afraid. Then again, when it comes to songs, I'm actually very bad at paying attention to who is doing them. Generally, the only thing I pay attention to is, do I like them, do I not like them? And that will basically be it. As far as what I notice in terms of songs goes, I'm afraid. Governor is leveled up. And we will continue to upgrade our mineral income. And eat the people that we are currently eating. $22.53 for the date we'll be done eating them all. Hopefully they taste good. I mean... Oh. Doesn't copyright his music. So it's fine on stream. That's nice. Yeah, it would certainly be a lot handier than the usual thing that I do sometimes when it comes to playing music not from the game, where I just grab, like for this game, a mod that inserts Star Wars music, and of course that will get copyright claimed out the wazoo when I finally upload the VOD to YouTube. And I'm lucky if it doesn't get part of the stream bloody muted as a result. I really need to stop doing things like that. I know. It's really stupid. But I do it anyways.
System survey complete.
Now let's see. Yaibar Prime.
Construction complete.
What does our fleet need right now? Let's see. I'll get another frigate and another couple of destroyers, I guess.
System survey complete.
Or another couple of corvettes, rather. Yeah, I'll give it a try. I'll give his stuff a look sometime when I have some free time to do that. Provided it fits the atmosphere, the kind of thing I'm doing, then I might actually use it. Another Corvette after that. Ship designer. Ugh. No idea what that stupid type gamma thing we've got there is. But we only need one type Mu destroyer. That's for sure. Yeah. If it fits Stellaris, then that's nice. And just one other question, since the only other game I'm streaming at the moment is XCOM, would you say any of his stuff fits XCOM? Because, like I said, that's the other game I stream at the moment. Oh noes. I think I picked a wrong place for my frontier outpost, so that gets a start over. And a few ships to reinforce my main fleet. Though after they're built, I'm thinking I'm moving that fleet back to base at Delta Colony. And would you look at that? My auto rally has half a brain. It's not trying to send them through the maelstrom and get them killed by the freaking dimensional horror. Much appreciated. And great. A science ship is MIA because I had it down in the Zeltec Kingdom's territory. Well, I have a few things to do up north. I can take care of that. And then we still need another 15% habitability to start colonizing up here. Maybe I can actually get that. But odds are instead that science ship will just be sitting around for a while. Let us see here. You get that. Time to get our mining income up some more. We certainly need it. Like this. Thanks. And sorry for the delayed response, but I have a tendency to forget about chat when I'm playing games. Unfortunate, I know. I could potentially hold 3 more planets under my direct control. And I see 5 that I want to colonize. So maybe 2 of the ones over here. Or rather, 1 of the ones over here and 2 over here. That seems like what we'll end up going for. Done surveying in that place. But we have a bunch of science projects to do up here. Time to check them off the list. Well, the ones that don't require skill 3 or something to that effect. That is, which it seems to be a lot of them that want skill 3. Go do that surveying. And we are finding a lot of planets I can take over. Excellent. Excellent indeed. My engineering researchers just spot the farm. No one on there has any expertise I care about, really, to put on engineering, so we'll just take the guy, well, the drone rather, who will live longer. Let's see, 2253. Where is this guy? See, the advancement cell has someone who needs a job. Let's check out our planets over here and see if there's room for someone on one of them. That planet doesn't need any additional pops, I don't think. This one is getting cleared out nicely. Okay, I'll leave them be, I think. You can have a spaceport. These people over here are getting very effectively cleared out. We'll put someone on the leader place, as I like to call it. I don't particularly care about the research related stuff right now. Remove that pop over there. And give me the advancement cell over here. And Zelminus, I think they're calling it. Yep, that's the one. Congratulations, you have a new home. Now, let me see. To stick you over there so we get more power, because I've told that sector I just want power from you, even if you have to overwrite all the other damn resources. And that's what they're doing, building power basically everywhere. I may have to stop doing that and tell them to not overwrite resources, as at some point, depending on how much food we're still getting after we've killed them all off. Really depends. Let's up to that now. $10 until I can grab private colony ship. Is that 9 months? And I want to at the very least get a few of them going and start colonizing some places.
System survey complete.
Before we do anything in the way of ending the stream or that sort of thing.
Situation log updated.
And we have contact with someone. Someone very, very pathetic looking. Let's see here. Yes, they're a vassal of the Democratic Union over here, and thereby irrelevant. Not only a vassal, but from what I've seen, an uplifted primitive. The most pathetic form of vassal there is.
Construction complete.
And now, I need some corvettes. We're going to start throwing more corvettes into our fleet. And I'm going to move that fleet to our colony over here. Meaning that the corvettes are probably going to have to try and keep up to rally to it. Oh, really? You say we are growing disgusting. I see it the other way around. We have evaluated High Queen Ra as a candidate for joining the Crises Swarm. Sadly, we must inform you that membership requires a rudimentary brain. So you do not qualify. Have a nice day.
Construction complete.
That's our frontier outpost online. We get a little bit of territory out of it, but I'm probably going to need another one to link up some of the stuff we're going to get. Still, not about to look a gift horse in the mouth.
Construction complete. Research complete.
And we'll build that. Now our naval capacity has increased by quite a bit. Now what to research next? We have this vapor that'll increase habitability. Going for it. I think we need that. Because right now, having more habitable planets we can colonize is the good thing to be going for. Also bump us up to fast speed. And we have 2 months left until we can pick up private colony ships and start spamming out some more colonies. But what happened to our energy income, I wonder? Oh, it's because our fleet is currently moving. That's it. Once the fleet is back in dry dock, we won't have that energy issue any longer. And I want the fleet at Delta Colony because that's one of our decent spaceports other than our home planet. Transstellar Corporation's private colony ships. And we will take advantage of that. Quite significant advantage. Yaibar Prime. Oh yeah. We're basically going to be colonizing everywhere we can. And then clearing out a bunch of stuff. There we go with a bunch of those. So that's 2, 3. Expansion planner. Looks like we have 4 of them planned right now. It's going to be rather expensive to set up all of those, but expand, expand, expand is our middle name right now. And we are going to do just that. Lots of expansion.
Special project complete.
That's a star been studied.
Research complete.
Research complete. Physics Lab 1. Next, Hyperdrive 2. Being able to unlock what's essentially a faster hyperdrive is going to help us out a great deal. If for no other reason than it means that if we're attacked or are attacking someone, we will be able to respond that much faster. A few more mining stations can go online there. And our fleet has nearly 1,000 military strength. Another 3 corvettes. They should be ordered up, I think. And then we'll go from there. And those 3 go straight into the fleet, which will also make things a good deal easier. Alrighty. Let's keep at it. How long?
Research complete.
Research is done into space torpedoes. They'll eventually be used, but I'm not immediately bothered with that. But now, we're going to research coil guns. The primary form of weaponry I started with was missiles. And they are pretty handy because you have a longer range. But I'd like to have access to multiple forms of missiles. Or multiple forms of weapons, rather. Because we're eventually going to come up against a foe that attacks us with massed point defenses. And our missiles are just going to be worthless against them. And that's not something we ever want to have to deal with if we can avoid it. And we now have 2 colony ships finished up, and a 3rd almost done. So yes, this mass colonization is going to eat into our energy income for a couple of years, at the very least.
Construction complete.
As you see,
Project complete.
we now go to -8 energy with all of those colony ships finished. Our star's finished. I'll take some bonus energy right now. And we are going to be colonizing quite a few new worlds. So, this is the Chrysalids' little age of expansion that we're hopping into right now. And to those of you wondering why I'm going for such a massive expansion rather than just cautiously establishing 1 or 2 colonies at a time, it's really quite simple. The reason I decided to mass colonize like this is because more colonies equals more population equals more spaceports equals more warships. And we need as many warships as we can get our grubby little mitts on right now.
Colonization improved.
So the more colonies we can set up, the more ships we can have to throw at our enemies. The something something empire has established contact. Just Gava's empire. Where are they? I see that they're pathetic, but not anything else about them. They're another uplifted primitive, it looks like, and therefore completely irrelevant in every possible way. We're meeting yet more aliens who are closing their borders. Yeah, see this? This is me not caring about you beyond the size of your fleet. And what do you know? Another colony over here. We're going to have to colonize that once it's been surveyed. This is going pretty well. Another ocean world. Well, I'm going to leave them unemployed for the time being.
Colonization in progress.
We will see.
Project complete.
Probe recovered.
Construction complete.
And now our last two are under production, shall we say. Thousand military strength.
Construction complete.
They have a larger fleet, but we have a titanic number of minerals and more than enough income to outproduce most of these people, which I imagine is their main worry. But there we go.
Colonization in progress.
There we go.
System survey complete.
Now, how are things going over here on these planets that we are busy eating? About 2 years left until we've eaten them all. We want our pops to be working the energy while these guys are busy getting eaten. This being their home world, probably they're not going to be especially happy that we're eating the population and that we've taken it for our own. But, as I say, they can deal with it. Advancement cell. Has one pop that is currently unemployed. We'll resettle them here. You go there. back. And unfortunately, I'm only here to say hello so I can say bye. Because seeing as I'm getting constant and very, very irritating interruptions. It's about, why are you playing video games? Playing and recording or playing and streaming is dumb and nonsensical. And it's not making you any money, so you shouldn't be doing it even though you're enjoying it. I'm getting that sort of crap again, so I think it's time that I stop for now, unfortunately and annoyingly. So this is going to be where I call it for this live stream. Thank you very much for watching, I appreciate it, but I'm ending it here. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will catch you again for the next one. So long, folks. So long.